Okay, so let's see. The wind is down to about 40 miles an hour. It's 5 p.m. 77 degrees. So let's see if anything's open back up. There's some cars in the Uptown Station also. Something may have opened. I did see one little power line out. Oh, here's a beggar already. Be real. He looks like a meth head too. A good friend of mine said his power is out at his place because a line dropped or something, and they hadn't quite fixed it yet. But he works in Destin, and his work told him that because he couldn't get over Brooks Bridge to go home to Shalimar, that they would rent him a hotel. So they may be renting him a hotel all week this week, I don't know, but they're paying for it. And I said, yeah, I'd be locking down those hours too. This guy normally works like 4 jobs. He loves to work. So I said, yeah, I'd be locking those hours down while they're putting me in a hotel. I know you well enough. So, because that Brooks Bridge is closed. When it gets real windy, they like to close them. Or if it gets like 30 degrees, they'll shut them down. Anywhere near 30. Because they're afraid people will slide on them. Not like we have winter here. I've seen snow in Defuniak Springs one time. Years ago. Like in the late 80s. And my friend Tiny and Ricky's house. This light's out. It's not working at all. No other way. Looks like the Dollar Tree and Joanne Fabrics is still closed. Now Arby's looks like it may have just opened. I don't know. These fools better get some stuff open, because these ones that opened, like Sonic and Waffle House, they'll be banking on the money. Here's a line of cars. I'm not sure what that's all about. Oh, it looks like drive-through window to Korea House, but there's no lights on inside. So I don't know what that's all about. I think it's going on the back of something. There was a line of cars over there. So this is Shalimar area. The old K's Body Shop Club used to be up here right after this goofy golf on the right hand side years ago. That was a pretty cool place. Kay's still around. Her husband, I'm pretty sure he's passed away. I remember him passing away back in the 90s. But okay, craft beer's open, by God. You're smart, yay. People love to drink when they're stressed. There's a sheriff sitting there. I guess Danny's never did open. I thought it was open. I don't see any cars at all. There's about 3 cars in the Publix parking lot. I don't know that that's really open, and there's about 2 cars in front of the liquor store at Publix. So I don't know if people just sitting there or that's really open. So like I say, it's 5 p.m. on Wednesday, the 16th of September 2020, of Mustang Sally cruising by. It did not touch ground over here. The eye was at Orange Beach, Foley area, but it really affected the nearby areas pretty rough. Pensacola got it pretty hard. A lot of flooding, a lot of stuff blown around. Pretty messy. Dollar Tree over here, right across the street from FortWaltonBeachAutomotive.com, is open. That's fantastic. Looks like the AutoZone is opened, because there's a bunch of cars there. Lots of cars at the bank, but they're probably just there for the ATM. So I guess a few people decided to open. Why not? It's just a little windy. This thing's about done. We've already dropped 10 miles an hour in wind. So I don't know what the problem is, man. Some white caps there on the water. We're going over the Cinco. See that? I don't know if this is Cinco Bayou Bridge or not. I don't think it is. The other one's Cinco Bayou. There's some little waves going up to the shore there. Wow. I don't think anybody really moved their boats too much for this storm. I've only seen one building, period, boarded up, which I thought was kind of ridiculous. Well, there's a house being built down in that gully and it's flooded because the street's too low. The rain has nowhere to go. There's some cars at the post office, so maybe they came to work because I don't see what the mail was delivered. I really don't. There's the Shalimar Police Department right there, which is behind the Tom Thumb store, which is ultimately busy. And their gas is higher here than that Walmart one, but the Walmart one was closed yesterday and they're probably closed again today. I think I'll go right here. Get a couple more gallons of the rip-off gas because I swear that should have been full yesterday. And I got to put on my mask. Now, it's still the law over in Mariester. You got to wear a mask. Most of these people won't. They're just banana heads. They really need to get a thing in where they charge them for murder. For not wearing a mask and killing people. Really and truly. Then they'd wear one. I mean, it's not a big deal outdoors unless you're right next to somebody, you know, less than 6 feet. But, I mean, if you're indoors, you really need to wear one. Because it lives indoors in the air systems. They even call it the Corona Cloud indoors. That's kind of scary. Alright, I'll be back in a minute, you guys. I have to make a store pit stop.